Alright, what's up, guys? JR here. It's Friday, the 17th of February 2017, and we're just going to go ahead and take a quick little trade. We're going to treat this like a failed second entry short. It's also going to be a second entry long, although on the second entry, the signal bar isn't that great. But since it is a failed second entry, it's not a failed second entry short just yet, but we're going to go ahead and treat it as though it will be a failed second entry short. So we're going to attempt to go ahead and get long above this doji, and it should be a relatively quick and easy trade as long as we turn back up and get our order filled. So we'll see how this one goes, and it's looking like this bar is experiencing pretty decent rejection off of the EMA and possible trend, not possible trend line, because this is definitely a confirmed trend line, but so it's experiencing good rejection off the EMA and trend line. So depending on how this bar closes, we may go ahead and slide our order down even lower to get a better entry, but I'm 95% sure that we are going to go higher and that this trade is definitely going to work out, and it should be relatively quick. We just need this to close well, and then we'll be in the game. So I'm going to go ahead actually I'm going to wait until this bar closes before I decide whether or not I'm going to pause it, but yeah, 500 more ticks. So and I got a request to make more videos. My response to that is I will try. The thing is, I don't particularly like making too many videos. I kind of like doing one video a week, 2, 3 at the absolute most, but I can shoot to make 2 videos a week. It all just kind of depends on how I'm feeling and how the market looks, but I can try and make 2 videos a week because I know you guys are genuinely here for the content and you enjoy watching the trades. It's helpful and it's beneficial, and so yeah, I can try to make more videos, and thanks for the suggestions. I really appreciate them. They were great. And okay, so this is a really nice bar. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So we're just going to go ahead and slide in right there. First contract is coming off at 1 point, so it's going to be 42.75. Second contract is coming off at 2 points, so that's going to be 43.75. And this should be a relatively easy trade. This is a pretty clean setup. Only thing that makes it not so clean is this little bit of congestion, but this is a beautiful signal bar. It's a failed second entry short. It's a second entry long. Oh yeah, and another thing is this double top, but not too concerned about that. But this is a really nice trade in my personal opinion. It's off the trend line, off the EMA. Lots of different reasons why you'd want to take this, but let me see if I can remember exactly. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm going to try to make more videos. Thank you guys for the suggestions. In regards to exactly what it is that I'm doing to prepare to go live, you guys can most likely expect that video sometime next week. I also got another request about my background and how I discovered trading, etc., etc. You can expect that video, if not before the month is up, sometime in early March. So you can look forward to that one. And yeah, I will try to make 2 videos a week. I'll try to do that, 3 at the absolute most. It really just depends on how the market looks and how I personally feel, but I'll try to do that. Once again, thank you guys for the suggestions. Really appreciate it. And just based off your comments, I can tell that you're not really here for entertainment. You're here to learn, and I really like that a lot. You guys are here genuinely for the content. You're here to watch these trades and learn from them, and that's cool, man. That's really, really, really cool. It's good to know that I have like a group of people that are here for the craft and not so much to watch trades where there's 20 contracts, 30 contracts. You're not here for the money. You're here to learn, and you understand that the only way you can get to the money is by learning and being able to do this consistently. Another thing, let me point out, sometimes you'll enter a trade and then you'll get followed up by a bar like this. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I mean, yeah, sometimes be afraid, but in this particular situation, don't be afraid. They do that because they want to scare people out of this trade. But like I said, I'm 95% sure that this trade is going to work out. So just hang tight. Don't be afraid. And if it does tick lower, yes, that's a failed second entry long, but all that's going to do is it's going to trap more people to the short side before they run it up higher. But just relax. Don't exit. Stay with your trade, stay with your initial hunch, just keep going in the initial direction that you thought the market was going to go in, and you'll most likely end up a whole lot better. There's been a lot of times where I've closed trades off of stuff like this or getting hung up, and I closed the trade, come to find out that it would have been a winner if I just stuck with it. And just go with your gut. Make sure that you're reading the price action correctly from the jump, and then stick with your trade. Don't close them, because I've lost several trades. Hold on a second. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Slight interruption. But yeah, I've lost, well, not really lost, but you can call it a loss because it's a mental error at that point. Because I remember watching a video with Mac, and basically he said that a certain trade would have been a winner, but if you had let them shake you out and you closed early, that's a loss due to a mental error. So it's not a loss due to you're misreading the price action and you being incorrect in your judgment. It's a loss due to you having a mental error and closing out of a trade that is a good trade that would have won regardless. So one thing I will say is this is a triple top right here. We need to push through that, and if we don't push through that, then that's a tad bit concerning, but I think we will push through it. But just be aware of that. But I'm actually going to pause this in the meantime, and we'll be right back when we get some form of a change. Okay, so this triple top is really concerning, but due to the reason why I stated before about sticking with your trade and just kind of being right or wrong, we're going to stay in this trade, and because I still think it's going to go up. It's just that this triple top is a bit of it's something to be concerned about, but still pretty confident that we're going to go higher. This could have just served as a greater trap to trap in more people to the downside and to shake out the people that are already in it long. So just stick with your trades, guys. Stick with your trades. And another thing that I like to do is I like to have my stop at 2 points, not 2 points. I like to have my stop at 2 ticks beneath my signal bar because it gives me a lot more room. There's been numerous times where I've been stopped out having it at one tick, but I would have survived if I just had my stop at 2 ticks. And then there's been numerous times that I have survived it at 2 ticks, and I wouldn't have survived it if I'd had it at 1 tick. And I remember Mac said that he keeps his stop at 2 ticks because it gives you a bit more room. So we just got out on the first contract. Once again, I like to see 5 ticks, so that way I know for a fact that I would have been out. And I think we're going to get that right now, but I know Mac likes to keep his stop at 2 ticks beneath his signal bar because it gives you more room, which that's the best alternative right there, because like I said, I've been stopped out at 1 tick and I've survived at 2 ticks only to see it go in my direction. So I like it. I don't know, you can play around and see which one works best for you, but I prefer the 2 ticks. So just my little 2 cents, but let me move that out of the way so you can see the figure. But so we got out on that first contract at 1 point. One of the takeaways I'd suggest taking away from this is don't let them shake you out. If you see a reversal bar right after you enter, as long as you know you're reading it correctly, there's really not much to be afraid of. You just have to really be decisive when it comes to this. Once you enter a trade, keep your mindset in that particular direction for now. Then when you gain more experience, you should be able to tell whether or not you got trapped. In this particular situation, I knew I didn't get trapped, so there's no point in reversing or closing or exiting. So just stick with your trade. Hopefully you're reading it right. Hopefully it turns out to be a winner. But I'm going to go ahead and pause this because I don't want this video to get too long, and I'll come back when we get a change in the runner's direction. I'm going to slide this up because we might get stopped out here. And that's another thing. When you start going sideways like this, it's not uncommon that you'll break out, fail, and then pull back. So it's good that we got that first contract out and we were able to exit on that. But I still do think this is going to go higher. Our trend line is holding. Most likely it's going to be a range day. We need a bit more price. We have enough price action to tell that it's a range day. It could end up being an overall downtrend day, or I don't know. Fridays are usually slow, so I don't particularly like making videos on Fridays or anything like that, but I did get the request for more videos, so I'm trying to incorporate a bit more. I actually recorded a trade yesterday and wanted to upload that, but when I listened to the audio back again, I sounded like I was like borderline drunk. So I said, okay, I can't really upload this because the audio's terrible and I'm talking too slowly and I sound like I'm dead. So you guys don't want to hear that, but when I make my video sometime next week discussing what it is that I plan on doing to go live, I'll probably just pull up that recording and show you guys it as I talk over it and all that good stuff, so you can kind of see that trade. It's just something else to look at, and it could be slow next week due to the holiday, so I guess that'll be something nice to do. But I'm gonna pause this and we'll be right back. Alright, so we just got stopped out on the runner, so that's going to be our video for today. So far I'm 2-0 on the day. I took this short right out of the gate. I skipped this long because, I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is a semi-similar setup to what we had yesterday, and I actually went long right here yesterday and was fairly certain that I had a great trade. Come to find out that I got stopped out, and yeah, I actually got trapped, but I like that setup a lot, and usually that setup will work for you. It's just, I'm guessing that this resistance was strong enough to somehow cause that to be a loser. But I went long, one tick above this bar, and just knew that I had a great setup. You get your failed second entry short, but I saw, don't get me wrong, I saw this resistance, but I didn't think it was going to be strong enough to give me a losing trade, so I decided to take that trade anyways. I held on to it throughout all of this and then got stopped out. And I talked to someone else, and apparently a decent amount of people actually got trapped right here, so I'm not the only one. So it happens sometimes, but this setup actually reminded me of this trade right here. So I don't know if you can tell, but that's kind of a similar setup. You get the resistance, and it's a second entry short that fails. So I skipped that one. Usually I love these trades, and I saw that thing, but I skipped it, and it was a great trade. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all for now, guys. I will see you sometime next week. Hopefully you enjoyed this trade. This is JR. Once again, thank you for your suggestions, your comments. I'm going to slowly be chiseling away at them and try to give you guys what you want. And once again, I appreciate you for liking the content. I really like that you guys like just the raw content, the aspect of trading, and you're not really here to be entertained. You're here to learn, and I like that. I like that a lot. So that's it. See you guys next week. Happy trading. Have a good day. I know Fridays are usually kind of slow, but I've already got 2 in the pot. Hopefully you guys are doing well as well, and I'll see you next time. Peace.